Ayrton's death. And I also, as a priest, was privileged to his confidence. An incredible man. And he once said to me, we were having dinner in Donington, and he said, Lionel, does your vocation help your interest and love of motorsport, or does it hinder it? And before I could answer it, he said, my vocation has helped my love of motorsport more than anything that I know. It's given me opportunities to do things that I never dreamed possible. And for Sid, his tremendous work for the safety of drivers wasn't just about an academic exercise, but it was about people. And people were most important to Sid. And so if he could do something that ensured the safety of the drivers, then that was what motivated him. But there was also another side of Sid. And that was, of course, that he was Professor of Neurosurgery at the Royal London Hospital. And we have a connection there because my daughter was at one time one of his theatre nurses. And I asked her last night what she remembered particularly about Sid. And she said, well, what I remember most was a nurse on the wards when Sid would come and do his ward round. And she said, he always had time for everybody. And if he didn't have time, then he made it. And I watched all these people from the deprived areas as they were then, particularly of the East End of London, respond to this man's care and attention and everything else. He was very, very special. And as I said, I think the world is poorer for him leaving us. But I think heaven is a much happier and much more rich place today as a result of his death. What we're going to do is to have our own particular moment of remembrance and thanksgiving. And the way we do that is to be quiet and to be still. And so whatever you're doing, I don't care where it is or at this moment, perhaps you might just stand and remember. Remember that if it wasn't for the Battle of Britain, we wouldn't be able to do it. And so, in your own words, however you do it, say thank you for the sacrifice of those men. And then in your own way, and again in your own words, however you want to do it, then just be still and think of Sid and say thank you for him and do it with affection. I asked two of his great pals, Murray Walker and Sterling, yesterday what they thought about Sid. And they both came up with the same words at the end of what they said. He was just quite simply, Lionel, a very good man. And I don't know about you, if I felt when I died that's what people said of me, I wouldn't think I'd wasted my life in any way whatsoever. And so we thank, in my language, and I can only use it like that, I thank God for Sid, for being such a good man, for all that he's given us, for all he's given our sport, and for making it such a much safer place. And while we're quiet and still, the band are going to play so that we don't feel embarrassed by standing quiet, and there'll just be a background to your thoughts. And so, in memory of those who died, and particularly this morning in this motor racing family of ours, we thank God for Sid, for giving him to us. And then when the silence is finished, I will say a prayer, bless the track, and we can all do what Sid wanted us to do so much, go motor racing in safety and pleasure. We keep silence and the band will play.